Very good evening to you. Thanks for joining us here on Ideal World. Tonight we team up with Planet Cruise and we give you the opportunity to find yourself an extraordinary trip somewhere in the world. You might be thinking local, perhaps you're thinking about going over to the Fjords or maybe down to the Med, or of course you could even go as far as the Far East or the Caribbean. We've got a little bit of everything lined up for you. And if you're saying, oh, I can afford a cruise, stay with us because we can get these prices very, very low, and Planet Cruise give you lots of extra special deals, so stay tuned. Now, I'm glad to tell you I'm not your expert, although I did cruise many times myself. I was working. Let me introduce you to Glenn, who joins us from Planet Cruise. You cruised too, didn't you, Glenn?
I did 10 years, mate, in
10 years?
10 years, travelling the world and now back home in Portsmouth, but it's still in the cruising industry, still love it and still love selling cruises. And as I say, because I'm shore excursions manager as well, I got a lot of experience, know the ports of call, and yeah, I enjoy it, and it's busy. We're really busy.
That's true for your team, isn't it? Everyone there has got experience of ships.
Yeah, so a lot of them have worked on the ships before, and then a lot of other people have been on the ships and seen them, so we always do ships visits, sending people out to see them, so we've got quite a good knowledge in there, and as I said, there's a lot of experience in our office at the moment.
And of course, regularly on this particular show is Sean. But Sean's not here tonight.
Where's he?
Because he's on a cruise.
Oh, what a surprise.
We've got a picture of him, actually. Here you go. There's Sean.
There he is,
somewhere
working,
in the Med, isn't it?
Working hard again. Yeah, I think he's with Azamara. He started going with Azamara a little bit now. I think he travelled with them last year, and he really likes them. Obviously, one of the smaller boutiques ships. And yeah, absolutely fantastic. Loves it, and hope he's having a good time. See him in a couple of weeks.
And Planet Cruise have got a holiday show. Is it Brighton coming up soon?
Yeah, so we do a couple of these during the year. This is the Planet Cruise show. So myself and Beefy Keefy, look at that picture, look at that, look, he's doing his hair, look at that, he needs to update that one, I keep winding him up about that. But if you've not been to see us before, pop down and see us. We're going to be at the Amex Stadium, which is one of the Premier League stadiums at Brighton, so you get a chance to go there. It is the day of the football, England are playing, but get there nice and early, and then you can be back for 1 o'clock to watch the football. We're there from the 24th of June, 9:30 till 3 o'clock. Loads of the companies are going to be there, a lot of the cruise companies. Also, there will be experts, as well as me and Keith. We'll be doing a talk. So just come down and see us, and as I say, if you want information about the cruises, we're more than happy to do that. And as I said, it's always very, very busy, and you'll get the best deals, you'll get even better discounts down there.
Fun day out, really. Go meet the team. Now, you've got a couple of call-outs before we get going.
I've not been in the office much, so I normally do quite a few call-outs, but just one going out today too.
Where have you been then?
Oh, I've just been in and out, you know me, I'm flitting. Things to do, people to see. But big shout out to Robert and Luke, they booked their P&O cruise with me. I said I'd give them a call out, so hi guys, how are you? And as I said, I'll be back in the office at the end of the week, and I'll be back in a couple of weeks, so I'll have a lot more call outs. I love doing the call outs for people because it does show that we do actually book people on cruises.
Yeah, and this is a live show, it's not recording, it is a live show. Now, we've got 6 main cruises lined up for you, but we've got lots of other little last-minute deals to squeeze in as well. Our first one is a cruise brand that's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger, MSC. So let's talk about the brand before we get going. Okay, so MSC, we sell a lot of MSC. Obviously, MSC's background is shipping containers, so you probably see the shipping containers in the ports of call. Yeah, or even on the back of lorries.
Exactly,
MSC,
yeah.
Don't you?
And now they've gone off, of course, into the cruise line industry. And I think in a couple of years, they are probably going to be the biggest cruise line company in the world. And they're bringing out ship after ship. Now, this is a nice one. This is on the Preziosa. You can see the style of the ships. Very European, but again, these are going from Southampton. A lot of the MSC ships sail out of Italy and the Med, but going out of Southampton, they're going to be based more towards the British market. And what's so good about this, the lead dates we've got are going out next year. Plenty of time to save for this. And if you have a look at the prices we've got on here, Paul, starting from $449 for a 7-day cruise, which is exceptional value.
And tonight, only £1.
Only £1 deposit, which is something good. And I think a lot of people get a little bit sort of worried about the ships. How can we afford to do this? Now, what we can do, you can pay the £1 today, get it reserved, and then you can pay that off over the next year. Plenty of time to do it. But for $449, you think what you're getting on there, great ships, fabulous entertainment, the food's always good on MSC. And again, we can also upgrade to the all-inclusive drinks package. I think it's about £24 per person to do that per day, and that's exceptional. Again, that gives you your drinks, your food, your entertainment. The quality of the cabins and the general overall standard of the ships are beautiful, and MSC is really, really popular.
When you look at the ship, you've just seen it, you've got to see around the ship, you see your stateroom, your cabin, and then you see that the entertainment's included, all the food is included. What do you expect to pay a night? Come on, a hotel of that nature, you're probably thinking £100, £120, £130 a night. It's £65 a night, from £65 a night. And that's why I'm telling you, you can afford a cruise. So let's go on our journey. This one's Southampton to Southampton.
So always nice going out of Southampton because, again, with this one, you can take whatever luggage you want. Now, we also do the holiday in Winchester, which a lot of people do. So if you're travelling from around the country and you think, do I want to risk getting down to Southampton on the day of departure? Come down the night before. It's £95 per person, and that'll give you your room, that'll give you bed and breakfast, that'll give you transfers to and from the hotel,
and parking.
Plus your parking. And it's just a nice way to extend the holiday. So start from Southampton, and then we go to sort of like the Northern Europe ports on here. So we go first of all over to Zeebrugge, and from there we go into beautiful Bruges. We talk about Bruges nearly every single week, and again, if you've not been there before, it features a lot on the mini cruises that we do, but this is a nice opportunity to spend the day there, going through the small canals. You've got the moats, you've got the swans on the lake there, and you've also got the horse-drawn carriages going through the centre of Bruges. You've also got the Belgian beer and the waffles, so you get a chance to just experience Bruges, and it is a lovely, lovely place to start your cruise. Then this cruise is actually going into Rotterdam, but what's quite nice, you've got an overnight there. So people say, do we have to get off the ship? No, the ship is going to be your floating hotel. So the gangway will go down in the morning, and then it'll be pulled back up the following day. So
if you want to go off during the night, you can
go off for dinner in the evening. I mean, obviously all your food's included, of course, anyway. But if you want to go off for the night, you can do. And again, a lot of stuff to do in there. You can go to the Euromast, which is the highest point there. Great views over the city. You can also go to the Swan Bridge. You've got Market Hill as well, great for shopping. And just spend the day, and you know that you haven't got to rush back to the ship that day, so you can go and experience it. It's a nice way to do it. Then we go into Germany. We go into Hamburg, and again, very, very popular with shorter cruises, and again, very, very popular with some of the other places we go to. So here you can go down into the Reeperbahn, you can wander around the Gothic-style cathedrals, you can wander around the back streets, but again, it's always got a buzz about it in Hamburg, and again, if you've not been there before, you like your German beer and the pretzels, you get a chance to experience that. If you're not into that, you can go into some really, really nice old buildings and say Gothic-style buildings, which are stunning. Then we go a day at sea, which is nice, because you've had three ports of call, you might just want to relax. Maybe take
it is a holiday, right?
It is, and you might want to take in one of the speciality restaurants, you might want to treat yourself to a spa, or just have breakfast in bed and not rush around. So it's nice to have that day at sea. And then from there we go into the port of Le Havre. Le Havre's great if you want to go in there, but I would recommend two places to go to. First of all, Paris. You're about 2.5 hours from Paris, so you tend to either take the train or you do an organised excursion. But if you want to go to the Louvre, you want to go into the Arc de Triomphe and of course the Eiffel Tower, you can do that in Le Havre. The other option is to go maybe over to Honfleur, join up with a couple of other people, take a taxi to Honfleur. That's a stunning little city with a market and the back streets and the restaurants.
How long does it take to get there?
About half an hour in a taxi, and I would say if you get 4 or 6, if you're in a bigger size taxi, split the cost between you. So you've got the option if you don't want to go too far afield. But a nice opportunity to have a Northern Europe cruise, and for the price at £449 with a £1 deposit, you're not going to beat that.
It really is a great little cruise, and if you've never cruised before, this could be a great way to start and find out what you make of it. Most people that go on a cruise get the cruise bug and decide they want to go back time and
the
time
thing is, if you think about it though, Paul, £449 is not going to break the bank. You know, it's a good opportunity to try your first ever cruise. And again, if you add that all-inclusive drinks package as well, that's nearly everything taken care of.
£1 deposit tonight, that's per person. £24 per person per night if you'd like to go all-inclusive on the drinks. Overnight in Rotterdam, which is great. And as Glenn said, that's your hotel for the night, so you go on and off as much as you want. And you can, if you wish, add one night at the Holiday in Winchester. I recommend, if you've got a long journey, certainly recommend that, because parking alone can be very, very expensive in Southampton, so it's really, really great. Let's just show you the prices here, so you can see those. Lead date is 4th of September. You can see from £449.
And that's a really nice time of year to go, because if you haven't got the kids with you, the kids have all gone back to school, so you might want to break and just get away from it. And you know, when you get on the ship, you're not going to have too many children. So £449 is a lead day, but you've got a nice one there in May as well, the 15th of May, £30 extra, and that's a nice time of year to go.
So it's all very, very affordable. But let's move on to our second cruise. Now, this is what I call a bucket list cruise. This is a cruise of a lifetime, but it's very different to what we're accustomed to, because as you can see from the ship behind me, it's not a sea-going ship. This is a river cruise.
River cruise, yeah, and this is done through Viking. Okay. Now, if you turn on the TV during the day, Midsummer Murders or something like that, the adverts are always.
Don't scare them off.
No, that's fine. You won't get it on there. But the Viking river cruises are probably the most well-known of all the river cruise brands. They don't just bring out one ship; they bring out 10 or 12 a year, and they are superb standards. What's so nice about this one is the Viking is based in this part of the world, so the actual ship is kitted out for this part of the world. So it's stunning. But
and in fact, if we fly that far, we get to spend 5 nights in China before you even board the
so
ship.
you have a land tour before you actually join the ship as well, which is so nice. And this is going to take it. This is going to take in the highlights of China. If you want to do China, we feature China quite a lot on some of our packages, but this is a 5-day package to see some of the great places of the world.
Let's show you what you can expect to see in China itself. So you're going to fly to Beijing, and then you've got 3 nights in one.
Yeah, so we've given
festival.
people 3 nights on this. Now, of course, if you want to extend on there, maybe do 4 or 5, you can do so. That's not a problem at all. But again, you're going to go to some spectacular places. You're going to see the Summer Palace, and of course, the highlight on there is going to be the Great Wall. Now, I always say you're not going to do the whole of it in one day, but you're going to get to see a little snippet and say that you've actually walked on the Great Wall. You've also got the Forbidden City. You've got your guides with you the whole time, just bringing this place to life. And again, walking around that Forbidden City, it's such a vast, vast complex. You're going to see a small part of it, but again, you'll get to see that on there. You've also got Tiananmen Square, obviously famous for the revolution and the pictures. But again, you get a chance to experience this wonderful, wonderful city.
And am I right in saying that we are staying in first-class hotels?
First class, yeah, it's Viking. So it's always going to be 4 to 5 star type hotels right in the centre of this city there. But
3 nights
that's
there.
your 3 nights there, and you're going to try and take in 3,000 years of history in the centre of China. From there, we then take you by plane over to Xi'an, and this is another one of the highlights. And again, people have always said they wanted to go and visit the Terracotta Warriors. Unearthed in 1974, the Queen visited 10 years later, and you get a chance to see 8,000 warriors, the carriages, the horses, and again, this is another thing to tick off the back. Everyone's different, and they're discovering more and more as they go along. It's, as I said, you've done the Great Wall, you've done the Forbidden City, Tiananmen Square, and the Terracotta Warriors within the 5 days of your land tour. Now, remember, the guides are going to be with you the whole time. If you want to try and get around China yourself, you're more than welcome to try, but it's much easier to have a guide doing it all for you. You don't know the language, you can't read the signs. They'll do everything for you, and they'll be with you the whole time during this experience.
It's a brilliant opportunity, but then, of course, we go to the ship. So we're going to be joining the Viking Emerald. Talks about the brand. What can we expect on board?
I mean, you can see the ship there. As I said, it's designed for this part of the world, and this is as you're going to make your way along the Yangtze. Now, again, with the Yangtze, you've got stops along the way there. The guides are going to be talking about it. But as I said, the ship is based there all the time. Now, look at the standard of the ship. You think that's a river cruise, but look at the size of it. Look at the opulence. This is 5-star deluxe luxury. And again, the staff on board will all speak English. That's going to be their native tongue, and they'll be speaking the whole time. But again, when you go into this part of the world, you want that little bit of security, so you know you've got the people there. But as you travel along the Yangtze, continually moving scenery all the time. Now, the guides will give you commentary as you go along. They'll also have excursions included on this to take you out to the various places. You're going to make your way along to the Lesser Gorge and the, again, beautiful parts there, the Lesser Gorge and the Three Gorges Dam. But whilst you're on board, you can just sit back, relax in opulence, eat, drink, take it in all the sights, and this is the best way to see China, definitely.
And I'm right in saying you get free Wi-Fi on board as well.
Free Wi-Fi on board as well.
Brilliant.
And I think we're also doing as well, I think the first 5 people to book tonight are also going to get, I think, vouchers with this one as well. We've got all little bits and bobs as well. So there's a few extras on there, but this Imperial Jewels of China has got everything. You've got that 5-day land tour, and then you board this vessel. Amazing views as you make your way along the Yangtze.
I think you'll agree, the ship looks absolutely stunning, and of course the ship, almost like a destination in itself, but of course it's what we're going to see that is so important. So let's take a moment right now to take you through the trip itself, so you can get to see some idea of what you'll see as we're sailing along the Yangtze River.
So again, as you're making your way along the Yangtze, you're going to have a number of different stops there. You're going on to Chongqing, that's where you're going to be joining the ship there, and again, you'll have a pre-tour there just to take in the views, and then from there, you'll make your way on the river along the Yangtze. Now, as I said, when you go along the Yangtze there, you've got a number of different stops. I'm not an expert on China, and I'm not going to say I am, obviously, but the views you have there as you go along, the guys will stop and start in all the villages as they make their way along. The guys will give you plenty of commentary as you go along on the Yangtze. You also make your way along there to the Lesser Three Gorges and the Three Gorges Dam, which is a marvel of modern architecture. And as I said, you'll have the chance there to see that. It's so spectacular. And as I said, to have that from the view of the Viking Emerald as well, you know, you can just sit back and take in the views. Amazing views that you have there the whole time. And as I said, it's lovely to be on that vessel and taking in these views. And as I said, the Three Gorges is again another one of the highlights to see there.
Of course, you just had 5 days on land, so you might be quite glad to sit back and just
And I think
enjoy watching the world go by.
For people who've done ocean cruises before, we talked to a lot of people about doing ocean cruises. River cruises are a much more relaxing way. This ship only carries 256 guests.
Oh, wow.
So when you go out on your excursions, they're a lot smaller groups of people going out. But again, on board, it's more of a family affair. The staff get to know you. But the ship is large for 256 people, so you've got plenty of room to sit around, relax, and just take in these magnificent views. And as I said, once you're on there, you'll make your way all the way along. You'll also go down to Jinju, to the ancient city there and the museum. You'll also go down into Wuhan, and again, you've got an overnight on board there as well. So the ship will dock, and you get the chance to go out and see the various markets. You've got the Yellow Crane Tower, and you've also got the Provincial Museum. So you've got a bit of modern history and obviously cultural history. And when you're in the city, it comes alive at night time. Very modern when you're in the main city. Once you've done that and you've disembarked the vessel, you've relaxed, you've done this 7-day beautiful cruise along the Yangtze, then you're going to then fly to Shanghai. Now, I was fortunate enough to be in Shanghai a couple of years ago. I actually went up that building on the left-hand side, the one with the, looks like the Russian, one of the Russian buildings there that you're seeing in the World Cup football at the moment. You can actually make your way up there and take in spectacular views. Now, what's so good about this, you've got the Yunnan Gardens, so you've got that bit of history in the old town. We wandered round there, and then from there we went to the modern skyscrapers for some fantastic views over the city. Again, with this one, you've got a 2-night stay, so you've got a chance to go and out, experience the backstreet markets, try the local cuisine, and all the delicacies. Some of them are for your palate, some of them you might just keep walking when you see them. But as I said, when you're in Shanghai as well, you've got plenty of stuff to do there. And again, we've given you 2 nights. If you want to extend it to 3 or 4, we can do that for you.
Great. So let's just whiz through this for you. Again, this is a bucket list cruise. So Planet Cruise, this is an exclusive deal. Are going to give you free up to £150 worth of Marks and Spencer's vouchers for each booking. 2-night stay in first-class hotels in Shanghai, Xi'an, and of course in Beijing, and you can extend those if you would like to. If you want to go a few days earlier or stay a few days longer, just call the team and chat to them. They know exactly what we're talking about. The tours included are the Great Wall of China, Tiananmen Square, the Forbidden City, and the Terracotta Warriors. All must-have tours that you would want to pay for anyway, but they're included. And look at this, return flights from all over the UK, no supplement for regional departures. So if you're thinking, oh, I'm going to have to get myself to London, fly out there, no, you're not.
They look at all of it.
Just
obviously, they still go for the main ones, so you're looking at sort of Manchester, your Birmingham, and then going up north as well, which is great because there's normally a supplement, but Viking don't charge that either.
So just call the team. The number's at the bottom of the screen. It is free to call. The team are waiting for your call right now, 0808 250 2662. And of course, you can go to our website, that's ideaworld.tv, just put Planet into our search engine, and it'll take you straight through to all the deals. You've got some idea of the dates available to you all next year, so you've got plenty of time to put your money to one side. April, May, September, October and November. And I'm being told we've got an extra special deal, another deal available for you. But this isn't actually, this is not a river, this is ocean.
This is ocean. So again, Viking don't just do the river now, they've gone into ocean, and their ships are spectacular. They're modern luxury. Again, smaller compared to a lot of the other cruise lines out there. This is only the second sailing. This is a 14-night Far East discovery from Hong Kong. This goes on the 7th of October 2018. The veranda from 2,739 per person, which is great value. And again, a Planet Cruise TV exclusive. This is where you get the 5 bookings. Sorry, apology not for the last one. First 5 bookings on this will receive the Silver Spirits drinks package, which your drinks on board, as well as your food and the whole luxury of being on this stunning cruise line. It's the brand new Viking Ocean cruise ship. 8 guided tours are included, free Wi-Fi and that, and you've also got overnights on board in Hong Kong, Jiangning, Shanghai and Beijing. So again, if you want to try one of the ocean cruises, which again we sell a lot of these now, and the guests are coming back saying they've never travelled with anything else. They are beautiful vessels. Have a look at that one, and that's an extra deal there from Viking.
The key to success here is that Planet Cruise will make your trip bespoke to you. So if you want to extend at the beginning or at the end, if you've got any questions, you want to find out about flights from various airports, call the team. Number's right there on the bottom of the screen. Write that down now, or of course go to the website or go to ideaworld.tv and just put Planet into our search engine. Now we're going to go a little closer to home. We're talking about going down to the Canaries with a great, I'm going to say British line, because it was Thompson for many years, wasn't it?
Listen, all I need to say is in the last 3 or 4 months, I would say 20 to 25% of our inquiries are now Marella. They are selling so well. They've brought three new ships, which are Discovery 1, 2 and Explorer, but the Dream, Celebration and Spirit are still doing so well. Guests love the cruise line. They love going on board the ship. They staff have been there for years.
Yeah.
The entertainment always wins awards for some of the best at sea. And what people feel is when they get on board, they actually feel at home. I've actually booked Marella for my cruise next year in May. I'm taking the family over to the Eastern Med. And what I like about it and the feedback we're getting from the guests is that once they book it, they tend to go back time and time again because they feel at home.
Yeah.
Again, it's
home
easy
away
going.
from home.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, it's a British cruise line, so the staff on there are obviously always speaking British anyway. The entertainment's geared towards the Brits, but the food, the general ambiance on board the ship is very, very good. Again, with this one, because we're booking early now, you've got the free upgrade to all-inclusive. So you think you've not only got your tips included on this one, which is always a big bugbear with some of the cruise lines. Tips are included, but your drinks are going to be on there. So your entertainment, your food, and just the overall feel on board the ship is very, very good. And as I said, at the moment we're selling so many of these. And this is
I say I've got a note here that says be quick on this one because there's already sellouts.
They already sellouts on this one.
Some sellouts.
But this is nice because it's going down to the Canaries, Madeira, and Morocco. It's flying into Tenerife with Marella as well because they've got their own airline. It's not just London flights. We can look at regionals. Right. I think this is based on Luton and Bournemouth. But again, phone the guys and we can look at Glasgow, Manchester, Doncaster, wherever you want to fly from. As long as the flights are available, there might be a small supplement, but it won't be anywhere near as much as you think. And they can look at the best price for you.
And there's a nice bonus on this particular trip. If you wanted to, for £179, you can add another week in Tenerife. So you can make it a 14-day, 7 days at sea, 7 days on the island. So let's take you through the itinerary.
Exactly. So this is a nice one, always flying down to Tenerife, 3.5-hour flight down there. Of course, with this one, your transfers are going to be included. You arrive in the south of the island. We're straight up to the north to join the ship, and then from there you're going to start your cruise, which is always pleasant. Now we go into the big islands of the Canaries, and again they do say that the weather down in the Canaries is the best in the world. Over 300 days of sunshine a year, so fingers crossed the weather will be good while you're down there. We go first of all to Gran Canaria. Again, I used to live there. I lived in Puerto Rico, and you've got two sides of the island, Playa Inglés as well as Puerto Rico. You've got Maspalomas in the middle with the sand dunes. You can go and ride the camels, you can go to the beaches, or just go and do some sightseeing for the day. But Gran Canaria is a really, really popular destination with the Brits. Then we go into a similar naming island of La Palma, which is in the Santa Cruz de La Palma. And again, another one of the traditional Canarian islands. When you're there, go into the back streets, wander around the town area, maybe just do some people watching, go to the local bars and restaurants. Always good price over there. I know the ship's going a lot, but the prices over there are really good. Fantastic scenery if you go out on one of the island tours. You go up into the rainforest area there. Beautiful views, or if not, just chill out on the beach and relax.
Yeah, I posted photos today on Facebook. Paul at Ideal World, Paul on Ideal World, I put it. Paul on Ideal, I think it is, on my Facebook, and that was me on the Queen Mary 2 in Las Palmas.
Yeah, it's lovely. Beautiful, beautiful place. And again, you can see the port area there. You dock just in there, and then from there straight into the town. Then we're going to one of my favourites, Madeira. Again, we always say it cross between Europe and the Caribbean. Right in the middle of the sea there. We do a lot of this on our transatlantics, but a phenomenal place. Very hilly, so you've got great views. And again, what I would say is maybe take an island tour in the morning, go and do the cable car toboggan, and then maybe go for lunch in the afternoon. The food there, the cuisine is spectacular. And again, as I said, being a tropical island, being so close to Europe is something a little bit different.
It always reminds me of being in the Caribbean.
It's phenomenal, and it's a great, great place, and they're very proud of Ronaldo at the moment, who's knocking in goals all over the shop. Then we have a relaxing day at sea, just to take it easy. Remember, you've got the all-inclusive drinks on there as well, so you can just relax, soak up the sun, as we then head over to Agadir, over in Morocco. Yeah, and this is, again, slightly different. Now, people may have not been to this part of the world before, and they might feel a little bit intrepid going off there, but I would definitely take a tour in the morning. Again, beaches everywhere, you're over in that part of the world. Beautiful. But I would go into some of the souks, do a bit of haggling and bartering. Go with the guides as well, they'll look after you the whole time. And it's just a different experience. If you've not been to Africa before, Northern Africa, slightly different obviously to maybe what you've done before, but a nice little alternative to just being in the Canaries all the time. And you know the weather's going to be pretty good. Then we head back over to Lanzarote as we head back onto Tenerife. So Lanzarote, again, very, very popular. You've got the camels there. You're going into Arrecife, which is a nice small village area. As I said, you can go and do the camel rides if you want to. But when we normally go into Arrecife, we just wander off, go to some of the local bars, do a bit of people watching and just relax. And again, Lanzarote, a popular destination with the Brits. And then from there, back into Tenerife for your flight home.
And of course, you could be then enjoying another week in Tenerife if you wanted to
now,
do
again,
that.
just quickly with the hotels, we based it on, I think, the Catalonia Las Vegas, which is one of the hotels that we have there.
Yeah.
But again, with Marella, when we go into the site, we can bring up all the different hotels, which will just be a supplement.
There's a whole choice.
So start on whatever it is, and then it can work up to all-inclusive,
Right.
and then you can work around the island as well. So we'll find the best hotel for you and let you know what the difference in supplements. So you've got that choice.
This is a great reason to see why you should go through Planet Cruise. Look, first thing you know, free upgrade to all-inclusive, and your tips are included, and that's a great reason to be going with Planet Cruise. Return flights from London Stansted or Bournemouth, but again, talk to the team, they can work out your flights for you. Single special, so if you're single, you can go from $1,099.
That's a really good point as well, because singles, normally with Marella, if they're not available, the single cabins, they're normally like 80% supplement, so to get those single ones, but they will go very, very quickly, so get on those tonight if you want to do it.
Designed for singles,
Yeah.
Great. To take advantage of that, again, another reason to go through Planet Cruise. Regional flights available, as we did tell you, and you can add on a 7-night hotel in Tenerife, if you like, from just £179. So really worth considering. Let's have a look at the various prices and the dates that are available to you. So later this year, November and December, and then of course next year, January, February, March and April. So take full advantage of it. Your cruise ID number on that one is 160152. At the end of the show, we'll recap and give you all of those cruise ID numbers. But if you go to idworld.tv and just put Planet into our search engine, you'll see all the cruise ID numbers available to you. Now, there's a couple of extra deals we want to squeeze in here. So
We're
going to be cheeky.
squeeze in a couple of deals.
Well, we're just trying to give you as much option. Here we go, here we go, here we go. So I'm getting the horn. I'm getting the horn.
Never good.
We try to squeeze as many deals in as we possibly can. So as you can see right now, you could do as little as £1 deposit. So let's take advantage of it. Should we go through one each?
I just want to clarify as well with these £1 deposits, they're per person.
Oh, yeah.
Not 50p each, it's £1 per person. I'm telling you. OK, so we've got a couple of
Break
special
the
deals
bank,
on it.
won't
Yeah,
it?
that's it. That could be a deal breaker. So first of all, we've got a 7-night Norway and Fjord from Southampton. Now, this is a great one going out on the 31st of August 2019. ID 156198. Deposit for just £1 per person. That's the one you want to have a look at, the family of 4 price from 2219. Now, again, in the summer holidays, you think what you'd normally pay. And again, I just have to say to people, if you're looking at summer holidays 19, please get booked up as quick as can, because 3 and 4 berth cabins are limited already for next year, so make sure you check out that. This is a great 7-day cruise going out to Stavanger, off to Flon, which we're going to talk about a little later on, Olden, Bergen, back to Southampton. Take as much luggage as you want. Fjords be brilliant that time of year.
Yeah, these are both really personal cruises to me, because one of my favourites, even though I was lucky enough to travel the world 18 years at sea, Fjords is absolutely one of my favourite cruises, no doubt about it. But the next one is from I'm born in Dover, and it's going to be going out and back to Dover. So 7-night Waterways of Holland and Belgium from Dover. It's the big brand of Fred Olsen, so again a great British cruise line. You've got the opportunity to go 31st of March next year, so you've got plenty of time to get organised. ID number on that is 172880. Deposit for that, just £1 per person. Free upgrade, another great reason to go with Planet Cruise. Free upgrade from inside to outside cabin. Overnight on board in Antwerp and Amsterdam. And I can tell I've had a lot of fun there myself, and I'm sure you will do.
£1 a person, you do.
Yeah, fun place.
I've just done my Mr Miyagi, mate. I've got the midges coming in, so I've just had my Mr Miyagi from Karate Kid and got it like in one go. So if I start clapping at any point, we've got the door open.
We've got the doors open because there's a show in the garden later.
I'm obviously very excited about the deals, but
now, the next cruise line is my sister's favourite. She also worked on cruise ships for a number of years. It's Celebrity Cruises. I think many of you are going to fall madly in love. In fact, let's take a moment right now to see the ship so you can see what it's all about.
I think with Celebrity, we talk about it a lot. We talk about it a lot with Sean. It's probably one of his favourite cruise lines that we have. And again, we talk about it a lot. Once people book Celebrity once, they tend to go back time and time again. You're talking about 5-star luxury at sea. They're beautiful, beautiful vessels. And what's so nice about this one, I don't think I've seen a price this low for 15 nights. And we'll get onto the pricing slides later. Again, with the drinks packages included on that, with the Wi-Fi. Really, really good values. Great itinerary, this one. A lot of people have done the Med with them. They might have gone to the Caribbean, but this is doing a 15-night Arabian Sea in India from Abu Dhabi. We featured it a few weeks ago. It's back again. When I wasn't actually in the on the show a few weeks ago, we featured this, and I think I did 4 or 5 bookings in the office that night alone. It was really, really busy. And it gives you a great opportunity to go out to this part of the world, but also to come back to this beautiful luxury ship. They've invested new shows, got 18 new shows included with celebrity now. Again, some of the speciality restaurants I'd advise you go to. They've also got the ice bar, the martini bar, which is great. And again, with that classic drinks package as well, with your food and entertainment on board, it just gives you an all-in price. And as I said, this price is a phenomenal opportunity to go and see this part of the world. But once you get on those vessels, you're very, very likely you don't want to leave, because they do look after you the whole time. And as I said, these are a different quality, and I really, really like Southern Celebrity.
It's worth noting on the December 7th departure, you can get a free upgrade from Ocean View to balcony. So if December 7 works, you really do consider that. And you've got free unlimited drinks and Wi-Fi for the whole family if you're Ocean View and above. But let's take a moment right now to have a look at Dubai, because we're going to go to the ship, but we're going to get a couple of nights.
Yeah, you've got 2 nights in Dubai. Normally when we do these packages, you have 2 nights in a hotel. That's not true on here. What we're going to do, we're actually going to fly you directly into the ship, and then you're going to have 2 overnights on board. So you'll arrive, the ship won't move, and you're going to use the hotel for 2 nights on there. Now, when you're in Dubai, obviously you can go out and do what you want to do. You can go for the desert safari, you can go in the jeeps, you can also go on the Walk the World, where you go to one of the, well, the highest building in the world, the Burj, and that takes some amazing views. You can go to Palm Island, you can just go and eat and drink. That's the tallest building in the world, and you can actually go to the top of there, and as I said, you're almost above the clouds. That's why I call it Walk with the Clouds. But I would suggest, if you haven't done it before, maybe a trip over to Atlantis, to the water park. There is so much to do, and Dubai's got it going on. We're going over there in November next year for our first time taking the family, and we're so excited because there's so much we want to do while we're there. But again, when you're also there, you've got the Grand Mosque, so you have still got that cultural aspect, but you have got that modern thing, and Dubai is one of the most buzzing places in the world at the moment.
I mean, come on, you look at that image, why wouldn't you want to go and experience it?
And what's so good about this is you're going to fly directly in 2 overnights on board, and then you've got 3 days at sea, so that will give you the chance to get over any sort of jet lag you have or any tiredness, but really hit it hard in Dubai and see as much as you can, because you're then making your way down to Cochin. Now, again, when you're down in this part of the world, I think a lot of people have wanted to go to India, but they're a little bit, again, not perturbed, but they, you know, it's a completely different culture down in India, and you know, if you haven't been there before, it will open your eyes up. But you've got phenomenal chance to go and see the decorated elephants on there. You can go to Fort Kochi, you can go over to Cherai Bay, and also the Hill Palace. But again, in India, it's very poor over there. You will see all sights. But what's so nice is that you'll get to experience it during the day, and then in the afternoon, evening, you can come back to the ship, relax in a bit more luxury, which is a good way of doing it. Now, we're doing 3 ports of call in India, so you will need an Indian visa. The guys in the office can send you links for you to get your visa. They're about £80 to do the visa, but the good thing with this is you're going to 3 ports of call, so you are going to get your money's worth, but you will need that visa, so just be aware on there. So from there, we go down into New Mangalore, and again, as we head up the coastline there, you're going into central India here. So you've got the chance there to go to various beaches, you've got temples, you've got Mangalore Beach, which is a stunning part of the world. But again, you've got the various chapels, various religious temples. I mean, you've got the Kajati Temple there, which is phenomenal. That's definitely a person visit during the day. But as I said, all of these places, I recommend that you probably take one of the tours to go and experience as much as you possibly can. Then from there we go down into a place I've holidayed before, and it's very, very popular with the Brits now, is down into Goa. Almost slightly
amazing beaches here.
Yeah, a different part of India, but again, you still got that culture. As I said, we went there for 2 weeks. Brilliant. We did the elephant trek in there. We went to various beaches. Again, you've got the waterfalls. You've got, I mean, beaches there are paradise. And again, when you're eating and drinking out in the places there, it's so cheap to eat and drink as well. And you might want to try the local food there. But again, just make sure with the waters, they're all screw caps, so you know you're drinking the right waters. And as I said, if you feel a little bit trepid, don't worry, because every single night you're coming back to the ship, but you get to experience these parts of India. And as I said, it's a great way of seeing these 3 ports of call. Once you've done India and you've experienced that, then you've got a couple of days at sea as we head back again up the coastline there, and we go into Muscat. So again, with Muscat, oh, sorry, we're going to Mumbai, pardon me. So in Mumbai as well, we go into the caves of the Elephanta Island. You've also got the gateway to India, which is a spectacular sight there if you've not seen. And again, you've got the main harbour area. So there's great chances to go and see there. And again, look at the various palaces and stuff that they have. Phenomenal chance to see Mumbai in India. And then from there, that's the gateway to India there. That is spectacular. You definitely need to make sure you go and see that place there. And again, all of these, I do recommend that you go with the guides, because they'll bring this place to life.
Yeah, of course, for many years that was called Bombay, wasn't it?
Exactly.
Now it's Mumbai.
Then from there, heading over to Muscat, as I've mentioned before. And with this one, we feature Muscat quite a lot. I've been there a couple of times myself. Again, more of the cultural there. The Sultan Grand Mosque is definitely worth a visit.
Yeah.
And if you've not been there, as I said, take the guides there. They'll explain all that. You've also got the Corniche, so if you want to go walking along the Corniche, again, great views. But there's plenty of stuff to do in Muscat before heading then back into modern Abu Dhabi. And Abu Dhabi now, I would say, is rivaling Dubai. It's a modern city. Plenty of stuff to do there. You go over to Yas Island. You've got the Ferrari World. You've got the largest water park there. You've got the roller coasters. So you've got all that modern style, but you've also got things like the Grand Mosque. So depending on what you want to do, you can go cultural or you can go modern. So
Yeah, this is one of those cruises for me where it just opens your eyes. And
that
makes you realise
Water World's the biggest water park in the world.
it just reminds you what an amazing place the world is. It really does. So this is one of the, if you want to experience the world and realise what it's all about, that's a great way to go. That may well be a bucket list trip for you. So again, why go with Planet Cruise? Well, free unlimited drinks and Wi-Fi for the whole family on Ocean View and above. Return flights from London Heathrow, Gatwick, Manchester, Glasgow, Birmingham. No extra supplement. Again, if you're thinking of other airports, call the team. Write that phone number down and give them a call. Overnights on board in Dubai and Abu Dhabi, meaning you stay in the hotel, you go out as much as you want. You don't have to go out at all if you don't want to. And the itineraries differ. It's all the same ports, but it might be in a different order depending on your departure date. Let's go through the dates available to you. December this year and March of next year. Interiors, Ocean View, balcony, concierge. Now, that free upgrade I told you, that is for balcony to concierge, and that's for that December 7th trip. So if you're thinking, I wouldn't mind a free upgrade.
On that one, look at the Ocean View price on that. That's a 15-night package on there with flights. That Ocean View will give you your drinks and your Wi-Fi. So for just over £100 a day with everything on there. The drinks package of Celebrity, if you book it yourself, is normally $65 a day. That's getting included on there. That Ocean View price is magnificent for the 7th of December.
Now, we're going to squeeze in another one after this as well. Here's your drinks package on this deal. Specialty teas, selected beers are in there, wide selection of alcoholic beverages, and a 15% discount on all wines by the bottle. So well worth considering. Now, one more we're going to squeeze in. Luxury Corner. This is Oceania. What a phenomenal opportunity. Called Timeless Beauties, and it's from Monte Carlo. And 9th of November this year, 7-night trip, free gratuities, Wi-Fi. Choose one from the free drinks or $400 to spend on excursions. There's lots and lots and lots to consider here. So if you like the idea of Oceania cruises, and these are top of the line.
These are top of range, yeah, 5-star plus. And again, the price of the Oceania, I've not seen a balcony for that price before, but as I said, a lot of people there, you go for the free drinks or the $400 spend or the excursions. But again, if you want to try that out, the Marina is a beautiful, beautiful vessel. And as I said, that's a really, really good deal on that one.
We're now going to that Fjord cruise, and again, I personally recommend this. Absolutely love it. But before we talk about the trip itself, you were lucky enough to go on board.
I've been on the Jade.
Watch this.
Welcome to Norwegian Jade. 15 decks full of dining venues, bars, places to relax and places to dance the night away. So what are we waiting for? Let's go and take a look. From the moment you step on board, you'll be faced with your first dilemma. Where do you eat first? You could try the Asian-inspired food of Jasmine Garden, or maybe one of the 2 main dining rooms. But if you're a night owl, then head over to Oceans, an Irish-themed bar serving food 24 hours a day. You can take in the flavours of Brazil at the Moderno Curaçao. If you fancy something with a ooh la la and a Parisian touch, then head over to Le Bistro. If you want to relax with a specialty coffee and people watch, then the Atrium Cafe and Bar is the place to be. If you like a bit of a boogie, then head along to the Bliss or the Spinnaker Lounge. Or for those of you in need of a cocktail, then there's a Mixer, Martini and Cocktail Bar, or the Sugarcane Mojito Bar. Jade offers 2 different kids clubs on board. Both clubs offer a multitude of activities to keep the young ones amused. But if that's not enough, there are always swimming pools, sports facilities, or the video arcade. Now, while the kids are busy, this gives you the chance to relax, and where better at the Mandara Spa. With a host of spa treatments designed to put you in a very peaceful and tranquil mood, there is nowhere better to recharge those batteries. So whether you want to dance the night away or maybe you just want to watch someone else do it, Norwegian Jade has got it all. For a full-blown country music spectacular, head along to Blazing Boots. If country isn't your thing, then head along to Elements, where music, magic and dance combine for a mesmerising performance. From cosy, comfortable insides through to huge 3-bedroom Haven Garden villas, there's a huge choice of accommodation on board Norwegian Jade. But if you want to be treated like royalty, then take a look at the Haven, which is the most luxurious accommodation on the ship. You even get a private sun deck, concierge service, and of course that all-important 24-hour butler.
Has he got a good job or what?
I don't know what I was doing in some of them. I don't know what I was doing in some of them poses. I don't know what's going on with that.
On, feet up.
I think I've got to sleep on one of them.
But what a great gig, huh? Well, in fact, great cruise line.
Norwegian's brilliant, absolutely brilliant, and the Jade's been based out of Southampton for a couple of years now, and it's a really good, it's a big ship, you know, it is one of the big boys, but as I said, what's so nice about it is it's got a great feel about it, and again, going over to the Fjords, normally our Fjords cruises are 7 days, this is 9, which is quite rare for Fjords cruises, so you get an extra couple of places to go and see, but it's got a real buzz about it, you know, it's quite mixed ages on there, a lot of families go on board, it's got the freedom dining, that's what Norwegian's famous for, and again, this one has got the premium all-inclusive with drinks, tips and Wi-Fi included. So some of the deals we have with Norwegian at the moment don't come with this. This does. This is premium all-inclusive. Plus as well, we're also giving a phone and Wi-Fi package plus $50 shore excursion. So I'll explain a little bit about that later on, which is really good. But more or less everything is included on this. And as I said, it's a great way of doing it.
So this is called premium all-inclusive.
And again, what's so nice about that, I mean, me and Sean always talk about the drinks, and people, you know, you keep going on about the drinks, but when you get on board, except for your excursions, probably your biggest expense are going to be your drinks. And what's so nice is when you get a drink, you go and get that one, it's all included, I'll leave that, I'll go into the show, have another drink, you know you're not going to get that bill pushed under your door at the end of the week. And it's not just alcohol, it's also your coffees and your soft drinks and water, which again mounts up, and as I say, if you've got the kids on board as well with the soft drinks, it just adds and adds and adds. So when it's all done, you think, I've paid my money, and really the only thing extra you should pay for is a couple of the speciality restaurants, which are really, really good on there, and also maybe the excursions.
And I think it's fair to say, you know, you're on holiday, right? So you're probably going to want a couple of cocktails, and you're having a great time, and you meet new people, and you're chatting, having some wine with dinner, champagne at dinner, and before you know it,
champagne for breakfast.
£400. So come on, let's have a look at the itinerary.
Okay, so another one of this one with the holiday in Winchester. So again, you're going from Southampton, take what you want. People always ask about the fjords, what sort of clothing to take. Just take layers of clothing when you're, that time of year should be great going up the North Sea and up to the fjords. But again, layers of clothing when you're going out and about as well, because when you're going up higher into places like Gairanga or Flom, the weather can get a little bit cooler, so take a rucksack with layers of clothing and good footwear, always good shoes, trainers or walking shoes. So we're going up to a place that I've been to most places in Norway, but I haven't been to Haugesund, and again, it's another one of these small fjord villages that you go into. It's going to be your first experience of Norway, and again, they have a lot of these Hanseatic style wooden buildings, they have the stave churches. And again, when you go into Norway, you'll find a lot of this. But the sailing in and out on these places is spectacular. And as I said, really, really nice chance to go and see some of the countryside and maybe take one of the tours there. Then we go down from there into, I think it's Hellesylt and Geiranger. Now, Geiranger is the most visited destination in Norway, and Hellesylt is one of the alternative ports that we go into now. So we dock there, and then also trips will take you through the Geiranger Fjord, which is beautiful. And in Geiranger itself, this is the sailing that you have. And as you go all the way around the bend there, you'll come into Geiranger there. You've got 2 trips to go and see. You've got Dalsnabba, which is this side, or the Eagle's Bend, which is just over there on the left-hand side. And that's where you're going to get some of your best views of the ship and take those beautiful pictures, and that's what you'll get, the proper sort of postcard pictures of Norway. You can also do in Geiranger Fjord the ribs, you know, the speedboats or the kayaking, so if you want to be a bit more active. But when you're into Geiranger as well, you can also hire bikes and go off for the day. The weather is so clear there, so crisp, and you just feel alive when you come into these places.
I would say it's the closest thing to Alaska that we've got in Europe.
Exactly.
So if you know you're never going to get to Alaska, or you think you just could never afford Alaska, this is a great way to go.
Now, the other thing with this one is we've got Geiranger, and then we go on to Flom, which again is one of the top attractions. And again, with this one, Flom, the actual size of it is very, very small. You can walk around Flom in a couple of minutes' time, but you're going to do the railway. Now, the railway takes you all the way up into the Flom area. A beautiful, beautiful scenery, and in August you should be able to get some great views. Commentary the whole time. You'll go to the top of the Flom railway, you get to take views, and then you can actually then come back down on the railway. We used to do another tour called Norway in a Nutshell. You did the train in the morning and then a bus tour in the afternoon, but if you're going to do anything, make sure you do the railway and get it booked early. Alisund is a smaller destination that you go into, but again, a nice one to take the trips out there. Again, more into the Lofoten area with the more fjords, beautiful sailing out there. Again, more of these Hanseatic style buildings that they have throughout the whole of these Norwegian ports of call. But again, with this one, if you've done your money in Flom and Geiranger, which I would recommend you do, maybe Alison, you just go for a stroll and walk around.
Yeah.
Then back into Bergen, second largest city in Norway. For this one, you've got the funicular, you've got the cable car, you've got the fish market, you can wander around the shops, do your shopping, probably the best place to do your shopping in Bergen. And then from there, you've got your, then from there, normally we would go back, but you're actually going to stop in Kirkwall in the Orkney Isles. Now, I can't imagine many people have been here, and this is a wonderful...
Have
you never been?
No, never went
Wonderful place. It's got the old St Magnus Cathedral, you've got Earl's Palace, and again, if you've not done Scotland before, you're right up on the top there. Yeah. You've also got the Ring of Brodgar, which is the bit like Stonehenge, but they have them throughout Scotland. And again, if you do one of the tours there, they'll give you the history of the ring, which is really, really interesting. And again, we used to do a tour in the morning and then just come back in the afternoon and mingle with the locals.
Now, this is a last-minute deal, so there are limited availabilities on this, so be as quick as you can on this one. ID number is 133056. Premium all-inclusive, that's drinks, tips and Wi-Fi included. Another great reason to go through Planet Cruise and nobody else. Plus bonus phone and Wi-Fi packages.
So basically, sorry, that just means they give you time there to phone home from the ship if you want to phone home. Great. And they'll also give you Wi-Fi. And what they also do, which is the only line I know, is doing a $50 shore excursions credit per cabin per port.
That's
so again,
amazing.
that'll go towards your Flom, that'll go riding at Geiranger. So this is why it's such a good deal, and this is why it's an exclusive last-minute deal with us.
And you can see it is a last-minute deal, and of course you've got that option to go to the Holiday Inn before that if you wish to, so really consider it. Let's show you the dates available on this one. It's 25th of August, I'm being told.
Nice time of year to go as well, great time to go in the fjords.
Okay, let's go to Royal Caribbean. That's certainly one of my favourite cruise lines, and this is one of the biggest ships on the planet. We're talking Allure of the Seas. Let's have a look at the ship right now.
So, Royal Caribbean are synonymous. They don't build their ships small anymore. They are all beasts. And I think if you've never cruised on one of these ships before, look at the size of it. So you've got your inward cabins there, you've got your Johnny Rockets, you've got fairground rides, you've got everything on board here. So what it is, if you've never seen the Aqua Theatre before, it's something to behold, and they're the only ships that do that. But again, these are beasts. You've got the Flow Rider, you've got so many other facilities, rock climbing, you've got the putting greens. So even on a day at sea, you're certainly not going to be bored on there, and it's great for adults, it's great for the kids, it's great for everybody. You can either do the zip lining right through the centre of the ship, past all the balconies. Make sure if you are in the balcony, you have your windows closed and your curtains, because if someone goes past on a zip line, they could be seeing all sorts of stuff, you never know. Now, if you want to relax a bit more easy, they've got the spas, they've got the kid facilities on board. There's so much. Speciality restaurants, of course, to dine on there. And again, I don't know anyone that ever gets bored on a Royal Caribbean ship. I took the family on Independence of Seas a couple of weeks ago. They've cruised before and they've never seen anything like Royal Caribbean. They are synonymous. The shows are brilliant. Their shows go on for an hour and a half. They're full production shows. They're not just 45-minute cameos. They're the full production shows. And again, there's something for everyone. If you want to add the drinks package on, you can. The food, the drink, the entertainment. And this is a 14-night Eastern Caribbean, but you're only on the ship for about 7 days because we've got a little add-on at the end on there for you as well.
We're going to Mexico,
We're going to Mexico,
now,
which is nice.
Here's the other thing. Sometimes when you fly to the USA, you're hit by jet lag. So what we've got organised for you here is an overnight in Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah.
Can we take a little look at Fort Lauderdale before we get going? Because I was lucky enough to sail out of here for about 4 years. It's a lovely city. It
is a great destination. We've just given you a one-night pre-stay, but if you've got the time to do it and you want to extend it, look at the beaches that you can go onto there. Again, we can add on the accommodation for you. If you want to just do your pre-night stay, you can. But I would say if you're over that part of the world, we can put you in Fort Lauderdale or Miami, depending on where you want to stay on there. Put you down on South Beach in Miami, put you on the beach down in Fort Lauderdale. If you've got the time to do it, spend a couple of days there because there's a lot to do, isn't there?
Yeah, it's fantastic. Really, really great place. Then, of course, we join the ship and we get a couple of days at sea and then we hit St Martin. Yeah,
so what was nice, you're going to go on the ship and have 2 days to experience everything we've just seen on there, and you'll need longer than 2 days to experience it. But then from there, you're heading down into the Caribbean. So first of all, St Martin. Now, obviously, they had problems 18 months ago with, unfortunately, the hurricanes, but they've revitalised themselves, which is great. I've got a lot of friends over in St Martin. And the island's split in two between the Dutch and the French side. We dock in the Dutch, you can go over to the French. Really great for shopping. You can take the water taxi into the centre of town. Again, if you want to do your electrical or your jewellery shopping there, that's a good place to do it. Good beaches, chill out, go quad biking, take a Jeep adventure out. They've got the Harley Davidsons, or you could just go out and take one of the catamarans. There's so much doing St Martin. It's one of the most popular destinations in the Caribbean. Then we go over to San Juan. Yeah, then we're going to San Juan in Puerto Rico. And again, places that many people haven't been to before. And again, with this one, you've got the old San Juan, which is really stepping back into the sort of the...
And it's just, this is all walking distance from
all
the ship,
walking distance from the ship, yeah. Canada, you've also got the San Cristobal Castle, which you can go and experience. You can then go into Isla Verde. You've got great beaches to relax in and just mingle with the locals. So there's so much to do here. And as you're saying, it is within walking distance as you get off the ship. So plenty of stuff to do that. And that is a really, really great destination to spend the day. Then people are going to Labadee. Where's Labadee? Heard of Labadee before?
It's a private island, isn't it? They own it.
They own it. Royal Caribbean have got their own...
My very first cruise was on the Norway, and they went to visit this place.
So this is the private island Royal Caribbean have, and again you've got 4 different beaches to keep you entertained on there. You've got your sun loungers, you can do zip lining, you can go swimming and snorkeling, take boat trips out. You've also got the Labadee coaster, which is a small roller coaster that goes around the island as well. There's something for everybody, and as I said, Royal Caribbean actually own that island, so it's just for you exclusively, with you, your family, and about 4,000 other people, which is nice.
For the day.
For the day. And that's the zip lining. Look at the zip lining quality.
Brilliant.
And then a day at sea just to relax and take in the final sights and of the island. And then from there you're going to disembark in Fort Lauderdale, but it doesn't finish there. We're then going to fly you over to Cancun. Now we've done this with a 5-night all-inclusive. I would say again, if you can extend it, you might want to do 7 because it is a great destination to go and see. I was there in 1997 and watched Pamela Anderson get married on the beach to Tommy Lee.
Really?
He was in the next set, so I met them. But while we were there, they've also got the buses drive you all the way around the resort to drop you off all the various bars. Nightlife in Cancun is brilliant. You've also got Xcaret. Xcaret is where you can do the dolphins. They've got a whole expedition centre there. Of course, if you want more culture, you can go to the ruins. But again, it's a party place. It's a cultural place. You make what you want. And I would say if you've got the opportunity to go there, extend it from 5 days to maybe a couple of more, and the guys can do that for you.
I was lucky enough to live in Mexico for a whole year, and I love the Mexicans. It is a great... If you've never been, that cruise is worth taking. I love the Caribbean, and Mexico is awesome. And then, of course, you're going to fly home to the reality of the UK weather.
Exactly.
So we've squeezed in a lot of cruises for you. This particular one, as you can see, the 5 nights in Mexico is at the end. You got that first night in Fort Lauderdale to get over your jet lag, which is brilliant. 7 nights cruising on the Allure of the Seas, and the ship itself is a destination, and all your return flights included. And of course, you can have regional flights if you want. Call the team. Cruise ID number on that one is 168165. Oh, 169. 815 I got in there. 169815.
If the guys just phone up and say Allure of the Seas, a deal on the TV, we'll find it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, take advantage of it. Really, really great opportunity for you. So let's whiz through the prices for you. There we go. Various dates: July, August, September, October, November, and December of this year. So
again, I really like those September dates as well. Again, the kids have gone back to school, so again, you'll still have a few kids on board the ship, but you won't have too many.
And of course, Planet Cruise are a top agent for Royal Caribbean. As you can see, limited availabilities. There are some sellouts already. You can see those right there. Then there's lovely Monopoly board for Royal Caribbean. So have a look at this.
This is a collector's item. So this is winning a special edition Royal Caribbean Monopoly board game. We've got it in the office. It's being guarded at the moment.
See what you can pay for those on eBay.
Yeah,
I know. On eBay.
I know.
Woo!
So to enter this, you can visit on www.planetcruise.com/en, and then obviously register. And if you win one of those, you're very, very special. We've got it in the office at the moment. It's under guarded lock and key at the moment.
Not the one I saw. It was great. It's awesome. Really, really fun. What a great idea, huh? Come on, do you think we can recap? We've got about 5 minutes.
Yeah, we could do a recap. There's a lot to recap.
Let's see if we can whiz, and we are whizzing through them. So if you have just joined us, it's pen and paper time, really. Write down the ID numbers. Then again, you can go to idworld.tv and put Planet into our search engine and find these, or go to planetcruise.com. So the very first one we did was MSC. 7 nights around Europe, out of Southampton, back to Southampton, £1 P&P tonight per person, and you've got the Planet Cruise exclusive. You've got add-on all-inclusive drinks package from £24 per person per night, overnight in Rotterdam, and of course for £95 per person you can add the night at the Holiday Inn in Winchester, which will include breakfast, parking can cost you a fortune, and port transfer, so it's well worth taking.
Then we went on to this amazing deal with Viking. Again, if you want to see China in all its glory, you've got a chance to go here with one of the leading operators, Viking Emerald, which is based over there. It's 14 nights Imperial Jewels from China. The lead date is the 1st of November 19, so plenty of time to save those pennies. Stays in Shanghai, Jiang and Beijing. Now, Planet Cruise exclusive, free up to £150 MLS vouchers per booking. You've got 2 nights stay in first-class hotels in Shanghai, Jiang, and 3 nights in a first-class hotel in Beijing. Again, if you want to extend that, we can do that for you. Tours tick off all the places you want to go and see. You've got the Great Wall, Tiananmen Square, the Forbidden City and the Terracotta Warriors. And this is another big thing as well. You don't have to fly from London and there. There's no supplements if you want to go from regional departures. And we'll have Manchester, Birmingham, Glasgow, different ones for them.
And then if you like the idea of a British cruise, you might want to consider Marella, formerly known as Thompson. This is going fast and we have got sellouts on this already, so be quick. A great reason to go with Planet Cruise is the free upgrade to all-inclusive. That's free upgrade, and the tips are included as well. Return flights from London Stansted or Bournemouth, and of course you can talk to the team if you want to get different flights organised. Single special, that's really worth considering, just £1,099. Regional flights available if you call the team, so write down that phone number, it's at the bottom of the screen right in the middle, and then you can add on, I really consider this, add on 7 nights in Tenerife from as little as £179 per person. So really worth considering. Then we had celebrity cruises.
Yeah, then we took the guys out to Dubai and India. Now, again, this one is a 15-night Arabian Sea in India from Abu Dhabi. Lead date's the 7th of December this year. Free drinks package on Wi-Fi, and Ocean View and above. Now, again, regional flights on this one. The ID is 132479. And again, this is for the whole family. Return flights either from London Heathrow, Gatwick, Manchester, Glasgow, Birmingham. No extra supplement. Overnights on board in Dubai and Abu Dhabi, and itineraries do differ slightly depending on the departure date. Just give the guys a call. Leading price is 1279, but I would recommend looking at that Ocean View and going for the drinks package.
Then we went to the Fjords on the Jade, where Glenn was lucky enough to go to. Let's take a moment to show that right now. This is Norwegian cruise line. Premium, all-inclusive, drinks, tips and Wi-Fi included. Plus you've got the bonus phone and Wi-Fi packages and $50 shore excursion credit per port included, which is just a phenomenal deal. It is a last-minute special, so take advantage of that, and you can have that one night at the Holiday Inn in Winchester if you wish for £95 per person. Again, just the parking makes that worthwhile. And that ID number is 133056.
And then we moved on to that last deal, taking in some of those great islands on Allure of the Seas, one of the big boys. Lead date's the 29th of September 2018. Now, this is going to give you 5 nights all-inclusive Cancun hotel stay. As I said, if you can stretch it a bit longer, I'd recommend it. 1 night pre-stay in Fort Lauderdale. Again, if you can stretch it, go to a couple of days. 7 nights cruising around on board Allure of the Seas. You've got return flights from London plus all your overseas transfers, and regional flights are available. There will be a supplement on there, but let them know. ID to start with that is 169815.
Again, I recommend you go to our website, ideaworld.tv, and put Planet in there, or even better, just call the team. Get on the phone, they're waiting for your calls right now, 0808 250 2662. Do write that number down, because when the show ends, that number won't be back on the screen. Now, there's a couple of specials we squeeze in. Can we squeeze them in? Can we squeeze them?
Let's squeeze them.
Come on, let's squeeze them in. We've got time, we'll do it. Let's be quick.
So this was one I talked about, Viking Ocean Cruises. 14 nights, their second cruise on this one, Far East Discovery from Hong Kong. 7th of October 2018, a veranda from 2739. And again, the first 5 bookings will receive the silver drinks package.
And then we have a couple of special deals as well. Got to be quick on these because they will go fast. First of all, we had the Fjords from Southampton, $639 per person. Phenomenal value for money tonight, just a deposit of £1 per person. Family of 4 can go for 2219, and that's Southampton to Southampton. And of course,
you've also you've also got that one on Dover, that one on there, and as I said, that one's going to be on ID 172880 on the Boudica, Fred Olsen.
And then the luxury corner.
Yeah, so we've got Oceana Marina, spectacular ship, 5-star deluxe, probably 6-star, 1699, balcony only, and again, that's free gratis Wi-Fi, and you can choose one of the following.
And then, of course, you've got the cruise show coming up.
Cruise show's up on there. Yeah, come and see us next Sunday, 24th of, well, this Sunday coming up, 24th of June. Be lovely to see everybody there.
Great, look forward to it. planetcruise.com/EN, and then you can go to ideaworld.tv, put the word planet in. That phone number has disappeared right now, or go to planetcruise.com. Hey Glenn, a big thanks to you.
Pleasure, mate.
See you again soon.
Hiya, thanks for watching the video. Now don't forget to like, comment and subscribe below. Remember to click that bell to get all notifications, and if you're looking for more fantastic travel video content, like this click on the videos to the right hand side. It'll be really informative. Or click on the Planet logo to the left to go to our website for some fantastic deals. Keep cruising.